What's up, boys? We're down with the sickness a little bit here. Um, People who have gone through intensive training and peaking phases know that it's a bit commonplace to get sick right before the peak due to higher stress levels from intense bouts of training. I guess if I managed stress a bit better, maybe it wouldn't happen, but I just tend to get sick right before and maybe like the first week or two of the peak. I don't know why that is exactly. Apologies. My sleep was definitely impaired. I think because I was overtraining, and then bad sleep along with very hard final push at the end of the strength phase probably did it, and then the holidays as well. So what do we do here? Luckily, my peak is 3 weeks long, and I'm in good enough shape that basically heavy singles is like the easiest part of training for me. If I was sick and I had to go in and do eights, that would be a much different story. So luckily, all this accumulated fatigue tends to make you sick at the best possible time when you're just hitting your final singles and triples and stuff. So I'm just gonna train. How about other stuff? I went to the gym, and I said, as a rule of thumb, I just said to myself, well, could I do at least half of what I would normally do? So I have 45 minutes of zone 2 cardio programmed. I could definitely go in and do 22 and a half minutes. I went to the gym, warmed up, got my heart rate. Sorry if my voice is weird, I'm struggling not to cough. But got my heart rate into zone 2, and definitely am sick because my incline was significantly less than usual. And I wound up doing the whole workout just because it turned out to not be as bad as I thought. And I think that's important. Tell yourself whatever you need to get yourself into the gym. I mean, if you're on your deathbed or something, don't do it. But I think most people generally agree that you'd be better off to at least go to the gym, warm up, and if, say tomorrow, I think I've got a 405 squat, which it's not crazy, but it's still a pretty serious weight for me. If at 365 I'm seriously struggling, then I'll call an audible, and in this situation I would just skip it, but in a different situation I might come back in and do it the next day or whatever. But a lot of times when you go in and you think you're sick and that you don't feel good enough to go hit whatever your workout is, when you go in and warm up, you find that you'll actually be able to do quite a bit more than what you thought, and you might even be able to complete your workout without an issue. Is that necessarily the smart thing? Depends on how sick you are, I think. I'm not that sick. So I'm going to say it's likely that finishing my workout today and tomorrow is a good play. If I was much sicker, it might be a different story. But basically, I think that if you are sick, you should bias towards still doing your workout. Obviously, don't get anybody else sick or whatever. But for me, I train in a relatively secluded environment. I don't think I'm contagious either. But yeah. Anyway, I'm getting less and less fried mentally which is a good thing. I feel I did bodybuilding stuff yesterday. I feel like strong, so things are looking good. I might end up exceeding expectations on these PRs at the end of the year. All right, nobody's watching at this point, but I will also be very soon doing a series on my upcoming training block. And I might break that up into a few different videos. We'll see. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. A start to finish planning and a bit more in-depth look into how I'm programming my stuff. Peace out.